we know about Elizabeth I, Queen Victoria, Joan of Arc, but have you ever heard of the Sikh warrior queen, Rani Sada Kaur? Well, she played a huge role in helping her son become one of the great Sikh rulers of history in the 18th century. But her story, as is the story of so many women, is little known. Rani Sada Kaur was the mother to the Lion of the Punjab, Ranveer Singh. And the author, Ranveer Singh, wants her story to be better known. So he's written a book about it called Warrior Queen, Rani Sada Kaur. And of course, we had to speak to Ranveer. Ranveer, good morning. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday morning to join us here on BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
Good morning, Louise. Thank you for having me on.
Tell me your process about writing the book. Did it suddenly dawn on you one day that this was a story that needed to be told, or had it been a passion project for quite a while?
Well, I mean, I've been an avid writer and reader of Sikh history for some time now, but really it kind of just dawned on me one day. You know, it's a part of our history that's largely gone unknown. And really, I think, as a father myself, I wanted to bring to life real examples of brave women from Sikh history. You know, I want my daughter to learn about women from Punjab who made a difference. And it's a contribution, you know, I think that's often overlooked. You know, if you think about that period of Sikh history and the empire, you know, the first name that rolls off everyone's tongue is Ranveer Singh. And rightly so, I guess, because he was at the helm. But it was his mother-in-law, Rani Sada Kaur, who guided him. And like I said, for me, in many ways, she's a bit of an unsung hero. So that was really the driving force behind bringing her story out in English.
Now, I don't want to do her story any disservice by asking you to give a potted history, but in the interest of time, would it be possible to maybe have a quick summary of why she was so important?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I can. Yeah, she's. I think you have to kind of look at the context of you know, what was happening around her. So it's late 18th century. The Sikh Confederacy, as it came to be known, was kind of dwindling a little. It was diminishing, and of all the Sikh leaders, she really emerged as somebody who had the foresight to look beyond, you know, personal grievances. So actually, a little unknown fact is that Ranveer Singh's father actually had a hand to play in the death of her own husband. So, you know, she's widowed at the young age of 22. But like I said, she looks beyond the personal grievances with the sole aim of, you know, creating a strong and prosperous Punjab for all peoples, and that's a key teaching within the Sikh faith. You know, Sarbat Bala, welfare for all. So she does that, and like I said, at such a young age, all the pressures of, you know, she becomes a leader, and yeah, it's just a phenomenal story, and the world really needs to know it, I think.
So I was going to ask, why do you think her story isn't told more?
I think it's we find snippets, Louise, of her life in 19th century books, you know, history books from the British and also from people in Punjab. But I think at the time, you know, Ranveer Singh took the limelight in many ways. So a lot of the books we have are about him, about his court, and about his, you know, his generals. And she really comes just before, you know, his rise. So that period generally is just overlooked. And also, you know, I think, you know, after 1849, when the British arrive into Punjab, any kind of memory of her is suppressed. You know, her house is demolished, and, you know, a Gothic-style tower, church tower, is built in its place. So I'm hoping the book can spark further research and discussion into her life, because I think there's more out there.
Do you feel like by the time you finished the book that you knew her?
Yes, I did actually, yeah. And actually, one of my proofreaders, who's a non-Sikh from Manchester, Felicity, she, in her first response to me after reading the first manuscript, you know, her words were, Ranveer, it's, you know, it's not often that I read work and I'm brought to tears. So I think the story will resonate with a lot. And that in itself, you know, it was a huge compliment, but it kind of gave me the impetus to really complete the work and get it out there. So I'm hoping it will resonate with both Sikh and non-Sikh women and men.
And when someone gets to the end of the book and they sort of close it and put it down, what do you hope that they will take away from it, Sikh, non-Sikh, man or woman?
I'm hoping they'll take away... They'll know about the significance that Sikh women played in a leadership role, just 200 years ago. And also, it is a short novel, so I'm hoping it will leave them wanting more, and hopefully there'll be more coming out.
Oh, well, please do let us know if that's the case. Could you also just let us know where we can buy your book and title again, and where we can buy it? Then people who've been listening to this can get hold of it.
Sure. So yeah, it's called Warrior Queen, Rani Sada Kaur, and it can be bought from the publisher's website, which is www.khalidhouse.com. If you Google it, it'll come up at the top of the search. It's also on Amazon in the UK and US. So, yeah, it's on there as well.
That's absolutely fantastic. Ranveer Singh, thank you so much for joining us. And do let us know, won't you, if you can come back on for book 2.
Will do. Thank you, Louise.
Have a lovely Sunday.